guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Marion. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider to subscribe to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to make this baby girl top. And the thing with this top is you can style your baby using it as a decorative piece just on top of a shirt or a top. Or during sunny days and summer days, you can just style it as a top with the skirt that I already made. I will leave a link in the description box below so you can check it out and just make them as a pair. So without wasting so much time, let's just get right into the video and know how to make this top. As you can see, it has those ties at the back, so let's get right into it. So these are the materials that we're going to be using. I'm using Robin yarn. It's 100% acrylic. This yarn is very thin, so I will be doubling it to achieve medium weight. So if you have any medium weight yarn, I recommend that you use that. Next up, we're going to be using a pair of scissors. You need that. You also need a darning needle that I will be using to weave in ends, and I'm using a 3.5mm crochet hook. I also have my stitch markers. You need several of those, and you also need a measuring tape. It's important when you're taking your baby's measurements. So to begin, you're going to get your yarn and make a slip knot, and the first chain we are going to make is a chain that is long enough to fit across your baby's chest. I am going to chain 20 plus 2, that is 22 chains. And once you have your chains, you're going to go into the fourth chain and make a double crochet. So to make a double crochet, you just insert your hook in the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3, pull through 2, pull through 2. Do the same until you get to the end of that row. Now we are coming towards the end of this row. We will put our very last double crochet in that very last chain, and then chain 2, 1, 2, turn our work, and then we are going to go on top of the second stitch and make our next double crochet. As we continue with this row, we make another set of 20 double crochets on this row until we get to the end. Make sure to go into the very last stitch, as so. The chain 2 that we did at the beginning of the row, make sure it gets that double crochet. And then once you chain your 2, you are going to go into the very first stitch, because we have started to increase at this point. And then you will place 1 double crochet on top of every double crochet from the previous row until you get to the end of the row. Now we are coming towards the end of the row, and we will do something different also on this side. We started with an increase. We are also going to increase at the end of the row. So on top of that chain 2, we are going to place 2 double crochets on top of it. Remember, we are increasing at the ends. Yes. Now the next row, we are going to chain 2, turn our work, and also put an increase at the beginning of that row. So we are putting that first stitch, a double crochet in that first stitch, and then place a double crochet on top of each and every double crochets from the previous row. And when we get to the end of the row, we are also going to do another increase. So we are increasing twice, at the beginning and also at the end of each and every row. So here we are going to place 2 double crochets in that very stitch. Now, just to recap, what we're doing is we are increasing at the beginning and at the end of each and every row until you have the desired length of your top. I am going to make a total of 12 rows for this top, but you can make them as many as you would like them. Just take the measurements, or rather you can put it against your baby's chest and see if you have achieved the length yet that you desire. So let's start working on the next part of the top. The next part is going to be decorative, so we are using mesh stitch. You're going to chain 4, turn your work, and skip 1 double crochet, go into the next with a double crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch, go into the next with a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, go into the next with a double crochet, chain 1, skip the next and go into the next with a double crochet. We're going to work this until we get to the end of this row. We are coming towards the end of the row, and just as we've been doing, we are doing a chain 1, skip 1, go into the next with a double crochet like that. And now once you're done with that, we are going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, and that counts as a double crochet. Chain 1, skip the space, go on top of the double crochet from the previous row and work a double crochet, chain 1, skip the space, go into the double crochet and work a double crochet. That's just the pattern. We are chaining 1, skipping the space and going on top of the double crochet to make a double crochet. You'll do that until you get to the end. And now after you have chained 1, you will skip 1 chain and go on top of that, chain 3 and do a double crochet. We are done with that mesh part. Now the next part we're going to do is the scalloped edge. So you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, skip 1 space, go into the next space with 4 double crochets. Once you're done with the double crochets, on top of the immediate next double crochet, you will place a single crochet. Skip the next space, go into the next space with 4 double crochets. Let's do that with a slow-mo. So now once you're done with your 4 double crochets, you're going to do a single crochet on top of that very next double crochet, and then you will skip the next single crochet, the next space, and go into the next with 4 double crochets. 1 2 3 and 4, and then you will do a single crochet on the immediate stitch. Yes, skip the next space and go into the next with 4 double crochets. 3 and 4. And once that's done, you place a single crochet in the immediate, on top of that immediate stitch, and go into the next, skip the next space and go into the next with 4 double crochets. This is one of the easiest ways to finish a row of on any decorative piece, or rather when you're hemming any piece in crochet. I love to use this because it's very decorative. As you can see how beautiful this is coming out. Now just continue doing as we have been, 4 double crochets in that space, and then on the immediate space, on the immediate stitch, you place that single crochet. And now I'm sure you will get to the end and you make sure to complete your edge with a scallop, that is 4 double crochets in that space, and then you will place that single crochet on top of the chain 3. All right, right there. And just like that, we are about to be done with our top. The next part we're going to do is definitely cleaning off the edges and doing the straps. So let's start this part. We are going to chain 1, go into the space and do 2 single crochets, cross over to the next space and do 2 single crochets. And now we are starting the part where we have full double crochets, and we're going to be placing 2 single crochets in each and every row. So just place 2 single crochets until you get to that upper part. And at this point, we're going to place 2 single crochets also, and then we turn and start working on the top part. This top part is going to receive 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. As you can see, we are placing 1 single crochet in each and every stitch. This is the top part of the top. We are going to do this until we get to the end of that row. And once we get there, we're going to place 2 single crochets at that point. It is at the end of that stitch. And then now we will start working the other side where we are placing 2 single crochets in each and every row. So we are going to go down with 2 single crochets in each and every row until we get to the space. I have reached that part where we need, and then we'll put 1 single crochet right there at the beginning of the row and then cut the yarn. We're done. The next thing we're going to do is attach the straps, and right at that corner, that is where we're going to attach our first strap. So you will make a slip knot and insert your hook right there. I'm going to make my first single crochet like that, and then I continue by doing chains. So we are going to make chains long enough to crisscross at the back, and also make a knot. Yes, that tie at the back. So make your strap long enough to crisscross at the back and still do the knot and leave some hanging. So it should be long. And once you're done with this one, you're going to cut the yarn and make the other. They have to be 2, definitely. And then once you're done, you're going to cut your yarn and make sure they are very equal. So they should be equal, yes. So once you're done, you are just going to cut your yarn and fasten off, because we want them pretty and we don't want them to unravel. So make sure you fasten off. And once you're done, that's it. We're going to weave in the ends and our top is done. Congratulations for reaching this far. You now have a top for your daughter, for your friend, or as a gift. Thank you so much for watching. You can just go ahead and tie it and style. If you haven't watched the video for the skirt, I will leave a link in the description box below so that you can watch that and make them as a pair. Thank you so much for subscribing, for sharing, for making, for tagging me on my socials. I am Marion and my pages are Marion Crochets everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or even X. Thank you so much. I will see you in my next video or on my Instagram. Thank you so much and bye.